heartache and pain so real in Crown Heights for the relatives of Shayma Roman.
Tributes poured in on social media. Bucket Fam Global writing, "What seemed unreal has become reality. I'm speechless, our baby girl." Shayma was a popular student, gymnast, and rising basketball star at Brooklyn Democracy Academy.
A child, 17 years old.
The brother of 17-year-old Shayma Roman is beside himself. Yesterday around 6 p.m., he says he saw his youngest sister for the last time outside of their grandmother's apartment building at 1225 Eastern Parkway.
I seen them sitting right in front of the house 20, 30 minutes before. And then I get home, watching the TV, and I get a call that she was shot.
"17-year-old Shayma Roman, affectionately known to friends and family as Shy, was an animal lover, sweet, smart, loving, caring, and a straightforward young girl who would always tell it like it is. She was a senior rising basketball star for the Lady Wolverines, as well as a student at the Brooklyn Democracy Academy, where she was looking forward to enjoying her senior year of high school. Shayma was popular and well-loved by all of her friends and peers, and like most teens, she loved spending time with friends and uploading videos to TikTok. She came from a tight-knit family and was extremely close to her 19-year-old sister, who was often referred to as her twin, because they were always attached at the hip. Whenever you saw one, you would see the other. As she often did, Shayma stepped out front of her grandmother's apartment building to hang out with her sister and a few friends. Almost instantly, an all-too-familiar sound filled the air. Around 6:15 p.m. on September 28th, Brooklyn police responded to an apartment building at 1225 Eastern Parkway near Rochester Avenue in Brooklyn's Crown Heights neighborhood. Upon arrival, they would find a frantic group of people and a young girl on the stoop of the apartment building suffering from gunshot wounds.
Why would someone roll up to a crowd of people sitting out on their stoop and open fire?
It's crazy. We need love, a lot of love. We need love.
Maria did not want to show her face, but she says she was coming to work next to this apartment building last night when the shooting happened.
She's a little girl, 17. She doesn't live any life yet.
This was the scene Wednesday night shortly after 6 on Eastern Parkway near Rochester Avenue.
Boom, 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 like that. You know her when you check. When I say, oh my God, somebody check on the front. I open my window, I see the lady in the floor.
It was a gruesome scene. It was just more of a body with blood. Her sister was holding her. It was just a tragic scene.
Sadly, the victim was identified as 17-year-old Shayma Roman. She was immediately transported to Brookdale University Hospital, where she was pronounced dead a short time later. According to law enforcement, Shayma, who lives about a mile away on St. Mark's Avenue, had just stepped outside of her relative's apartment building on Eastern Parkway near Rochester Avenue to talk to her sister when she was struck twice by stray bullets fired by a pair of gunmen who pulled up to the apartment building on scooters. A suspect wearing a green and black sweatshirt and black pants opened fire first from outside a nearby building. A second shooter in a black jacket then pulled the trigger of his gun. The men fired a total of 5 gunshots before fleeing the scene down a nearby street. Shayma barely made it to the stairs before she was shot, the very moment she stepped outside. Multiple 9mm shell casings were found on the sidewalk and a ramp leading up to the building's main entrance. When cops responded to the scene, an area that's home to 2 gangs, they found Shayma face down on the pavement in a pool of blood, next to empty beer bottles and a pair of dice, just 1 month shy of her 18th birthday. A male neighbor who witnessed the shooting said Shayma's older sister clutched her and cried as she waited for an ambulance to arrive. In the meantime, a crowd of people began to surround the scene, with sounds of screams and tears filling the air. Police do not believe that Shayma was the intended target and believe that the shooting is gang-related. Her family, visibly inconsolable, was outraged, shocked, distraught, and completely devastated, barely able to speak with news reporters. They fear her older sister, who was right by Shayma's side as she passed away, will be traumatized, as she is still unable to return to the home they shared. Her grandmother, whom Shayma had an extremely close relationship with, fainted at the news of her murder. Neighbors remember her as a well-loved member of the community with a bright future, who was known for her skills on the basketball court. In the days following her senseless murder, her family held a press conference while the community, held a community response meeting and vigil to honor Shayma's life and to plead for the violence in the community to stop.
It's cowards, because stop the violence, and no one deserves that. Not even if you have issues, whatever it is death don't bring peace.
The heartache and pain, so real in Crown Heights for the relatives of Shayma Roman.
Mario Roman embracing and comforting his oldest daughter, Tama, moments before the family released purple balloons into the air. They are grieving over the stray bullet shooting of Tama's younger 17-year-old sister, Shayma, who was killed right in front of her.
Her brother says she had just come outside to talk to her 19-year-old sister.
That's what happened. She saw it happen, right?
South squad for strength. That's all we could do right now.
Her stepfather doesn't know who would do this or why. Police believe the shooters were targeting someone in the group and that the motive was gang-related. Police say Roman, who has no criminal record, was an innocent bystander. Her aunt says after school she went straight to her grandma's. Roman's brother says she was a star basketball player, loved her cats and dogs, but most of all was attached at the hip to her older sister, who was basically like a twin.
They was always together 24/7. People always called them twins growing up because they wore the same clothes. I don't know how my sister's gonna take this.
Pastor Edward Hines of God Squad.
They are sitting in the confines of their own space, where they have the right to sit and to be and to just relax. And we here having to now bury them because of cowards who decide that they have a right to end these lives of these young people.
It's terrible. The world we're in now is nothing safe. Trains ain't safe. Nothing's safe. I want justice for my daughter, and that's all.
Shayma's family has created a GoFundMe to cover the unexpected funeral cost and have since raised a little over $3,000 of its $10,000 goal. Cops have identified 2 suspects from surveillance footage, but no arrests have been made. The NYPD is now offering a $3,500 reward for any information leading to an arrest.
Just left my house. This happened.
She was with you?
Yeah, she went outside, it was good. Like I said, college really good.
Can you tell us a little more about her?
She's very energetic, She loves doing everything, loves being the party, whoever was down, always going to bring them up. She's an encouraging girl. She's really good. The middle name was Autumn, Being middle Autumn,
Mario, we know from police that she was the unintended target. With your message with gun violence, young people, guns, kids getting shot.
Gun violence is not good, but to stop the violence, but it's more people who say they protect. They need to do their job. As far as cameras, this camera's broken. This camera ain't broken. It's not working. So we need more protection out here. As far as stop the violence violence gonna be violence. It's about what you're gonna do about it. I'm talking to the upper channels, what they're capable of doing, Because there's always, they end up reaching when it's too late. Like my daughter, she died already when police came. I was the first one there. So it's obvious we need more preventing death. Safety is what I say.